Dan Reaves, Sammy Sampson, and Richard the narrator Barber with you from USJ's Kirkland Field. Garrett Lashley going to punt it away for South Gibson. Cody Kilburn and Austin Orr standing at their own 20, awaiting the punts for USJ. High, short punts. Going to hit it at the 32 and carry them backwards. And USJ will have their best starting field position of the night at their own 35-yard line with 11:51 left in the first half. 3-0 South Gibson. And Sammy, this one's going about the way we thought it would. A very competitive game.
Very competitive game. Let's just see how Gibson County, or South Gibson County plays USJ in this time. See if they've got enough. The all-out blitz wasn't going to really work. Let's see what they do now.
Yeah, they got some pressure on Jacob Denbrock. So USJ first and 10 at their own 35, moving left to right on your dial. Denbrock back to throw, fires it out, got a man, or caught at the 40, or spun down at the 41. It's a gain of 6 yards, but a nice tackle in the open field because narrator, you don't see that happen very often. Making that tackle is Chris Calderon. Austin Orr's a handful to get down.
He is a handful, and he usually can make the first guy miss when he throws those little outs like that. But Calderon was able to get him squared up and bring him down before any help got there. Fellas, if you look at this South Gibson roster, just to look ahead for a couple of years, on this roster there's 25 sophomores.
Second down and 4. Here's Denbrock. Firing it again. Kilburn caught a yard shy of the first down and another sure-handed tackle because Kilburn, if he could have got outside, would have had smooth sailing. And Sammy, that's another nice tackling. But Sammy, we got to highlight that tackle by Reed because he was on an island out there.
Oh yeah, that was he broke down, got his hips down, kept his head up, stayed square, and when he broke to the outside, he hit him.
Third down and 1.
Third down and short. Bonifant straight ahead. I don't know if he got it. He's hit and driven backwards, and I'm not sure whether spotting the football. And that ball may have come loose. That ball squirted free, and South Gibson has it. And Sammy, that was more like a scrum, and you couldn't see anything. But then South Gibson comes out with the ball.
USJ just sprinted to the line, got a quick snap, tried to straight hand off, and they just got out.
So a big break here for South Gibson. They take over in USJ territory. Lowry in the gun. Lowry going to hand it off. Straight ahead they go with room from the 41 down to the 36-yard line. Austin Elder on the carry. On the tackle there for USJ was Graham Taylor. Let's go down the sideline. Richard the narrator, Barber. Narrator.
Guys just spoke to Cody Kilburn. It is high ankle. Now, at this point, we don't know if it's a break or a high ankle sprain, but he's in some pain. The training staff continues to work with him.
The gain was 6 yards. Second down and 4 from the USJ 36. Here's Lashley running left side. Looking for the edge. Has it. 30. 25 to the 20. It's shoved out of bounds by Austin Orr at the 17-yard line. That's going to be a first down for South Gibson back in the red zone for the second time tonight. Garrett Lashley is not a big guy, Sammy. 5'10", 182. He's listed at that. I'm not sure he's that big, but he is a football player.
I don't think he's that big. That was just the old-fashioned Jets weight, and had some good blocks by the wideouts.
In the red zone for the second time tonight, South Gibson first and 10 from the Bruin 19. Lowry, pitch, right side, looking for the edge. From the 18 down to the 15-yard line, the gain is 3 yards. It's Jordan Cobb on the carry.
Well, I'm sure South Gibson County saw the same thing I did the first time that they've actually pitched it off that little dime option. And one of the free safeties, strong safety's got to pitch, and he's got to come a long way to get to him.
9:33 left, second quarter, 3-0 South Gibson. The Hornets on the move. Second down and 4. Straight ahead, bang, down at the 15-yard line. Holy moly. Austin Elder was just hammered. But we got another Bruin down on the play. Joseph Patterson made that hit. He's up, he's okay. But man, Joseph Patterson brought some wood, didn't he, narrator?
Yeah, he did. I got a quick update on Cody Kilburn. I just talked to him. It's been diagnosed as a high sprain. He said, I'm getting retaped and I'm going back in.
Cody Kilburn, quite a player. 3rd and 6 from the USJ 15. Lowry out of the gun. Lowry going to keep it straight ahead. He'll be brought down at the 12. So a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down or make it 4th down and 4, Sammy.
Yeah, 4th and 4, yeah. That was where the quarterback gets the snap. He fakes it to one guy, then he follows that guy. That way, the backside linebacker has got to have the cornerback because the play side linebacker is tackling the guy that runs the ball.
Now, say this would be a field goal attempt of about 25 yards, and Lashley has shown he's got plenty of leg, but it looks like the Hornets are going to go for it at 4th and 4. What do you do here?
Well, I would have kicked it. If I'd have kicked the last one, I'd surely kick this one.
4th and 4. Reed split far left side. Here's Lowry out of the gun. 4th down and 4. Lowry. He'll straight ahead. He'll keep it. Lowry fights inside the 10. And he may have enough. Let's go down. It's going to depend on the mark. On the sideline we go. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
We're looking at the spot now, fellas. That's going to be a 1st down.
And Dan, that was the same play, faking the ball to a back, and then the quarterback getting right in behind that back. That's what they used to call the old bin line play, Dan.
Sammy, I think we've got a rivalry to make it here. Look at this crowd tonight.
It looks like it. They're getting into it.
3-0 South Gibson. 7:55 remaining 2nd quarter. The Hornets 1st and 10 inside the 10. 1st and goal. And here is Elder. He'll waltz into the end zone from 8 yards out. Austin Elder. That offensive line now it just paved the way, and Austin Elder untouched from 8 yards out for the first touchdown of the game.
Well, Coach Morley had some concerns about line play and South Gibson being so much bigger and being able to be more physical than USJ. And certainly here in the first half, that's been the case.
Garrett Lashley into attempt to point after. Snap, place, and the kick. All perfect. And with 7:48 left before halftime, our new score, South Gibson 10, USJ nothing. You're watching the BallGame Blitz.
Hometown Self Storage serves all of Gibson County, is open 7 days a week, and has locations in Milan, Humboldt, Medina, and is coming soon to Trenton. Call us at 571-1517 for all your storage needs.
Back here with you at Kirkland Field. 10-0. The advantage for South Gibson. Dan Reaves, along with Sammy Sampson and Richard, the narrator, Barber. Garrett Lashley to kick off. High, short kick going to be taken in by Bonifant at the 10. 15, straight down the middle of the field, running in to the 30. Bouncing outside 35 and taken down at the 38-yard line. Mitchell Bonifant with a 27-yard kickoff return. And so now USJ with 7:39 left before halftime, down 10-0. And Sammy, USJ put together a nice drive last possession that ended with a turnover deep in South Gibson territory. South Gibson turns that turnover into points to take a 10-0 lead. USJ needs a drive here.
It ain't over, Dan. It ain't over.
First down and 10 Bruins. From their own 39. Here is Denbrock swinging it out. Bonifant has it in the flat. Bonifant outside the numbers and taken down at the 42. The gain is 3 yards. South Gibson showing some speed that time defensively, narrator, and denying Bonifant the outside.
Well, yeah, USJ's got some problems here, fellas. One, they're not big enough to get physical up the middle. And two, they're having a hard time on the outside. When they throw those outs, South Gibson's able to get out there. When they try to turn the corner, South Gibson's able to get out there. They need to drive here for a couple of reasons. One, they need to get points on the board. But fellas, these guys get real tired in the fourth quarter when they have to stay on the defensive side of the ball a long time.
Second down and 7 is Denbrock back to throw. Denbrock, plenty of time, firing down to the center of the field, incomplete into double coverage. The intended receiver for USJ that time, and that one was well covered. That intended for the Bruins.
USJ.
Number 26, that's William Jones, Sammy.
Well, South Gibson County gambled a bit on that one. They only rushed 3 linemen, 1 linebacker, and dropped everybody else. So it was well covered pass.
3rd down and 7. USJ from their own 42. Denbrock out of the gun, moving left to right on your dial. Here's Denbrock. Denbrock got a man wide open at Zor. He has him 35-30. Outside the numbers 25. Cutting back at the 15. And taken down at the 10. Austin Orr from Jacob Denbrock. 50 yards on 3rd down and 7. And a first stage big first down for the boys.
Danny, he just split the corner and the free safety. It was just a little 10-yard fake the post and then just run straight down, and he just outrun the cornerback.
First down and goal. They marked that run on the 10. Here's Denbrock out of the gun. Bonifant lone setback, and we got timeout. Mickey Marley burns his first one with 6:27 left in the second quarter. Our score, South Gibson 10, USJ nothing.
You're watching the Ball Game Blitz.
Dale's Recycling has 3 locations, Milan, McKenzie, and Jackson, and is one of the largest recycling centers in West Tennessee. Their recycling is environmentally friendly, and they recycle most metals, radiators, batteries, and much more. Besides recycling, Dale's also buys and sells used farm equipment, industrial equipment, and military surplus. For more information about what they recycle or their inventory, go to dales-recycling.com or call their Milan number at 731-686-2500.
With first and goal in the South Gibson 10. South Gibson leading 10-0. And Sammy, you just spotted something on the sideline.
Well, Kilburn is on crutches. They were retaping it, but now he's on crutches.
That's Cody Kilburn, the outstanding wide receiver for the Bruins. Here's Denbrock. He'll hand it off. Bonifant with an opening. Down to the 5, on his feet. To the 2, and he'll be pushed backwards. And that time, narrator, the offensive line for USJ with a nice hole.
Yeah, we're able to get a little push. You know, they are undersized compared to South Gibson. But USJ does such a good job of execution and coming off the ball as a unit that even though they're smaller, occasionally they can get that push they need to get a little breathing room.
They mark Bonifant down into 3. 2nd and goal from the 3 for the Bruins. Clock moving, 5:50 left, first half. Charlie Hughes, the lone setback this time. Here is Denbrock out of the gun. And in motion, here's Denbrock rolling right, looking for Spencer. Has it. Touchdown! Colin Spencer from Jacob Denbrock, and the Bruins have been favored. Well, Sammy, that was well covered. You got to give Colin Spencer a lot of credit and Jacob Denbrock. There was no room for error there. They made the connection and the touchdown.
Well, he drilled it in, got it right on his back hip, then he just lowered his shoulder and went in for the TD.
Will Cobb in to attempt the point after for USJ. Snap, place, and the kick all perfect with 5 minutes and 34 seconds left. In the first half, our new score, South Gibson 10, USJ 7.
You're watching the Ball Game Blitz.
At Raspberry Tire, we can help you with brakes, transmission flushes, interstate battery replacement, all types of suspension repairs, and alignments. We carry several major oil brands and tire brands, including Firestone and Bridgestone. Our service center can balance both passenger car tires and semi-truck tires and fill your tires with nitrogen. With 30 years of towing experience, we can haul small, compact cars to semi-trucks, and we are the only wrecker service in Gibson County with heavy-duty towing and recovery services. Come visit us at 2216 Highway 45 Bypass, Trenton.
10-7 advantage South Gibson USJ, however, just went on that scoring drive to draw within 3 points. Want to say hello to Paul Schulze and Kevin here with the Ball Game Blitz. filming this game. Paul Schulze, a great American. Here's Will Cobb's kickoff, high, hanging, going to be taken in by Lashley at the 5, 10, 15, 20, and his knee will hit at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Hornets will take over first down and 10. And now this is a big drive here, or a big stand by the USJ defense. Their offense finally hitting pay dirt, only down by 3, 5:27 left before halftime, and you don't want South Gibson to get any more points on the scoreboard.
No, you don't. And USJ's got to feel fortunate that they're just a field goal down, because, you know, the reality is South Gibson has dominated this first half so far, and still USJ's in this game. Fellas, just talked to Cody Kilburn. The ankle started to swell. Training staff said, no, you're not going back.
Oh, boy. Here's Lowry back to throw. Fires it out at the 25. Incomplete. One covered by Holland Spencer. The intended receiver that time was Vic Hurst. It'll be second and 10, Sam. See, South Gibson doesn't look as comfortable throwing the football, do they?
No, they don't. They really don't, Dan.
Second and 10. Here's Lowry out of the gun. 2 wide, split far right side. Man in motion, left to right. Here's Lowry going to keep it from the 21. And that ball's on the ground. And USJ has it. Oh, boy, what a big play there. And boy, the momentum, which was squarely on South Gibson's side. Narrator, not anymore. It's on USJ's side.
Yeah, and it's huge for USJ. We talked a few minutes ago about these kids wearing down, having to play both ways, and it's just tougher to play defensively and stay on the field that way. If you're on offense, you can kind of dictate the flow of the game, so that's a huge turnover for USJ.
First and 10 Bruins after the turnover from the South Gibson 25. Denbrock out of the gun, 3 wide. Here's Bonifant on the ground, straight ahead, inside the 20, and Mitchell is taken off his feet near the 15. It's a gain of 9 yards, just straight up the middle, Sammy.
Richard was exactly right. When you're playing offense, you know where the ball's going, and you know if it's going to your right and you're the left tackle, you just step with your right foot. Don't let anybody cross your face, and you can sort of take the play off. Defense, you've got to get after it.
Clock moving, 4:50 left in the first half, 10-7. South Gibson by 3. Second down at a yard from the South Gibson 16. Here's Denbrock out of the gun. It's on the ground, Bonifant again, inside the 15, and tripped up at the 13. That's a First State Bank. First down for the Bruins, First State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit online at first-state.net. Mitchell Bonifant, and now had he kept his feet there, he'd have had a chance to do even more damage and may have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, because he'd gotten through the first line, and somebody was able to just, while they were on the ground, get an arm around his foot, get a shoestring.
First down and 10 from the South Gibson 13. 3 wide. Here's Denbrock. He'll hand it off. Bonifant again straight ahead. Inside the 10 and taken down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And now that offensive line for USJ starting to lean on him a little bit, Sammy.
Well, they've just basically run the same play the last 3 times. They ran 1 time to the left and 2 times to the right, but all it is, quarterback getting the snap 4 yards deep, handing it to him back, and the back of the offensive line doing the work.
Second down and 6. USJ can get a first down without scoring, but they'll have to get inside the 3. Second and 6 from the 9. Denbrock out of the gun with 3 wide receivers. Bonifant lone setback. Here's Bonifant again. Oh, no, play action. Spencer has it at the 5. Touchdown. Oh, what a job of play action by Jacob Denbrock, who hits Holland Spencer for the 9-yard touchdown. One there, and I'm telling you, Jacob Denbrock is getting better and better at ball handling.
Yeah, he is. That was just great play action. And the other thing is, you know, we talked to Mickey Marley about Holland Spencer, and when he started putting him in that slot, he said Holland's a kid that's going to play every second just as hard as he can go.
Will Cobb's extra point splits the uprights, and with 3:26 left in the second quarter, our new score, USJ 14 and South Gibson 10.
You're watching the Ball Game Blitz.
At Hardy, Martin, and Donahoe, we have over 34 years of legal experience. And although we handle workers' compensation and personal injury cases, we do a whole lot more. We're a full-service law firm.
We handle all kinds of legal matters, from adoption to zoning.
For instance, if you need help with a divorce or a criminal case,
or Social Security disability, or bankruptcy, or wills and estates.
we're Hardy, Martin, and Donahoe. And if we can help, give us a call.
14 unanswered points here for USJ. The Bruins have their first lead of the game, 14-2. Dan Reaves, Sammy Sampson, and Richard the narrator Barber with you. Here's Will Cobb's kickoff. High, hanging, short. Reed has it. 10, 15, 20. Reed running laterally along the 20, looking for the edge. Cutting back at the 25, out to the 30. We got a flag down. Reed is all the way out to midfield before he's taken down, but two flags at the 30. Now whether that looks surely like a block in the back or holding.
Yeah, that's usually what you see like that when a kid changes direction, goes across the field. Most of the time, somebody from that return team has got somebody in the back, and it looks like that's what happened here.
And Sammy, is it just me, or are we seeing more and more block in the back penalties on kickoff return?
Dan, it's been going on for a long time. That's the easiest thing for an official to call. And back to USJ now, they scored twice in the last 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So, you know, that's what USJ is known for, is offense. Gibson County is going to have to get together in this last 3 minutes.
Gibson County's not playing tonight.
South Gibson County.
Thank you, Sam.
All
First
right,
and 10 after the penalty back at the 18. They're going to run it left side with room. 25, 30, outside the numbers, and taken down at the 37-yard line. For the first down run, Austin Orr on the tackle. But boy, showing speed. Jordan Cobb is quick in these, Sammy.
Again, that's just the jet sweep, but an excellent job by the wideouts for South Gibson County, blocking on the corners. They got to their blocks and staying with it, which is the most important thing about running the jet.
Clock moving, 2:57 left before halftime, 14-10. USJ leading South Gibson. Lowry, empty backfield, out of the gun, and in motion, left to right. Play action, and we got whistles. He was looking for and had him open across the middle was Cobb, but we've got a penalty flag down. Let's go down to the sideline. Richard, the narrator, Barber. Narrator.
I think we had two guys moving at the same time before getting set, or after getting set, so it looks like it's going to be a motion penalty.
That's a shame for South Gibson, Sammy, because that play could have gone the distance, and USJ hadn't seen it before tonight.
Well, I was sort of like y'all were on the kickoff earlier. USJ was awful lackadaisical because, they didn't know what was going to be called. And after the ball was snapped, they all just sort of stopped playing. That's why it looked like he was the wide open on that play.
Bears leading the Giants 7-0. First and 15 after the penalty. Line of scrimmage at 32. Lashley in trouble. Dumps back at the 29-yard line. Austin Campbell. And the loss is going to be 3 yards. It'll be second down and 18. And narrator that time just too slow developing. And USJ right now riding that momentum and dumps him in the backfield.
Yeah, those two quick scores like that, able to get a lead, it gives them a boost. And, momentum's a big thing in high school football. Emotion is. We've seen it swap sides tonight, from one side to the other. I expect it's going to swap again tonight before we're through.
Second and 18 from their own 29. Here's Lowry back to throw. Rolling left, looking downfield. Lowry looking. Here comes the pressure. Firing incomplete. Oh, boy. That's going to be a flag on it. USJ. That ball intended for Jake Corbin. If they call pass interference here, that's going to be I want to stop short of saying tragedy. That ball was 20 yards over the intended receiver's head. And Sammy, I'm not even sure that it was pass interference anyway.
I don't think it was pass interference. The ball, it was an uncatchable ball. you know, like you said, Dad, that ball was 10 yards over that kid's head. Ain't no way in the world he could have caught it.
Well, narrator, you're down on the sideline. I wouldn't suppose that USJ is real happy with that call.
No, they weren't. And the fact that it was not catchable doesn't make any difference in high school football. The reality is it just wasn't interference.
That's what we saw, too. Not an automatic first down. It'll be second down and 4. Big penalty, though, on the ground right side from the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Maybe just a bit shy of the first down. And the narrator's right about that, Sammy. It's uncatchable is not a rule in high school football, but I think we all three agree that the defender was not there early anyhow.
No, I don't think so either, Dan.
That is the first down for South Gibson. So a big break because USJ still has 2 timeouts and able to be right now getting the football back. But after that call, South Gibson will keep it in a new set of downs at their own 48-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts remaining with a minute 19 left in the first half. Here's Lowry back to throw. Going down the center of the field for Reed and broken up at the 20-yard line by Howard Spencer on a gorgeous play. Reed wanted a flag and didn't get one. Howard Spencer made a terrific play coming over to break that up.
Well, Dan, that was a lot closer to being pass interference than the one before it that got called. I was thinking that I saw his hand turning, but I wouldn't want him at the farm on that either.
Well, that happened right in front of the narrator. Let's go down on his sideline. Here's the narrator.
That was just a great defensive play by Holland Spencer because I was watching. He was having to close quick. I thought he's going to grab him and try to turn him. Never did. Got his hand in there at the last second.
Second down and 10, and a fumble. Lowry able to recover it for South Gibson. He'll lose half a yard. And we'll see if South Gibson now will burn a timeout with 1 minute and 2 seconds left, and they do. Their first of the first half. We'll take the timeout with them. 1 minute, 2 seconds left. In the first half, it's South Gibson and USJ getting it on. 14-10, USJ lead.
You're watching the Ball Game Blitz.
Hometown Self-Storage serves all of Gibson County, is open 7 days a week, and has locations in Milan, Humboldt, Medina, and is coming soon to Trenton. Call us at 571-1517 for all your storage needs.
Third down and 12, South Gibson from their own 47. Play action, Lowry back to throw. Lowry fires, got a man wide open, caught. And out of bounds at the USJ 46, going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. And now it looked like that on the reception, Stephen Armstrong had room to pick up that first down, but his momentum just took him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's what happened. When he caught the ball, he was right on the sideline. Momentum headed that way. He had to follow his momentum.
4th down and 3, and South Gibson's going for it with 56 seconds left. You roll the dice here?
Oh, yeah, because you don't want...
4th and 3, Lowry out of the gun. Cobb in motion. Lowry going to hand it off, and they're going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. And USJ will have the football near midfield. Austin Campbell, Graham Taylor in on the tackle, and narrator, what a big break here for USJ. Not a Bradley, they made their break. They've got the ball at their own 45, and there's still 49 seconds and 2 timeouts. That's a lot of time for Mickey Marley's offense.
You know, for a lot of high school teams, you think, well, that's a call I would make if I was South Gibson. But with this USJ team, you don't want to give them the ball with 49 seconds anywhere on the field.
Dan Brock firing quickly, or has to go down on a knee to catch it, and they say incomplete in midfield. Just as well, they'd had to burn a timeout there.
Yeah, they would have, Dan. That was just a little 6-yard straight ahead and then run in toward the quarterback, hoping to catch it. The ball was a little short. He had to get down to catch it. The ball skipped into his arms.
Eli Manning throwing 2 interceptions. First 2 possessions now for the Giants. Wow. 2nd and 10. USJ their own 45, leading 14-10. 43 seconds left in the half. Denbrock wanting to set the screen up. Has it complete to Bonifant. Gets a block to the 50. To the 45. Bonifant out of bounds. at the South Gibson 39-yard line. First and 10. Boniford using his blockers brilliantly, Sammy.
It was a really good little screen pass, and he was lucky to get outside. Boniford sort of limping a little bit on the sideline there, Dan.
Cody Kilburn already out of the game with an injury. USA certainly can't afford to lose Boniford. But narrate a beautiful play and play call at a first down. New line of scrimmage, the South Gibson 38, with 33 seconds left in the half. Here is Denbrock with 3 wides, quick far left. Denbrock going deep down the left sideline for Orr, incomplete. At the 10 into double coverage. And narrator, you may say, why throw that ball into double coverage? We've seen Austin Orr make catches like that. This time it goes incomplete.
Well, and Jacob said before, he has confidence in them to give them an opportunity to make a play, and that's what he was doing there. Fellas, I talked to Mitchell Boniford. What happened with him? He took, and we've all done it, took a helmet on the shin. Real painful, but it's something you can come back from.
Second and 10, clock stops, 26 seconds left in the half. USJ at the 38 of South Gibson. Here's Denbrock. Here comes the blitz. Denbrock fires it incomplete. Looking for Eric Arnold, his tight end, a little high and incomplete. So third down and 10. Clock stops, Sammy, 22 seconds remaining.
Looks like South Gibson County's always bringing someone from the wide side of the field, being a cornerback, linebacker. Someone is always at the wide side of the field and is coming in trying to bring things up.
Third and 10. USJ, 22 seconds left in the first half. USJ with a 14-10 lead over South Gibson. Denbrock with 4 wide, back to throw. Denbrock got a man open, incomplete at the 20. Led him a little bit too much. Coming out of that break, intended for William Jones, but narrated if Denbrock held that ball for a split second longer, Jones would have been dancing in the end zone.
Yeah, because he had him inside position and had the defender walled off where he couldn't get to him. And Denbrock led him just a little too far, about a step too far, fella.
4th and 10 with 17 seconds, and Mickey's going to punt it away. A little surprised here, but I guess Mickey says, I'm getting the ball to start the second half. I want to go ahead with a lead.
Well, after coaching 304 games, I'm not going to doubt him much, Dan.
Hard to question Mickey Marley. And we got penalty flags. It's going to be a delay of game on USJ.
Danny, this formation, this may be a fake punt. They've got 3 wideouts down here on the right side, on the short side of the field. They've only got 1 defender. This could be, if he can throw in a lick.
Well, South Gibson didn't mind it, are they? They have no one back deep here waiting for Boniford's punch. Oh, and I think South Gibson may have jumped. It's fourth down at 15 with 17 seconds left here in the first half. It's going to be dead ball, illegal procedure on USJ. So it's going to move them back to the 49-yard line. Maybe now, if there's only 5 seconds left, of course, Mickey threw it to the end zone, but not with 17 left.
No, and South Gibson realizes now that they suspected a fake punt, too. You can see they just changed personnel after that last penalty.
Lashley standing at his 20, awaiting Boniford's punch. Here's Mitchell, line driver. Got a twist out of bounds at the 21, so not a good punt by Mitchell this time. And they're going to mark it at the 24. That punt's 19 yards. 11 seconds left in the first half. In quite a first half, it was 10-0 South Gibson. But the second quarter was owned by USJ, and the Bruins putting up 14 unanswered, Sam.
Got a 3-yard pass from Denbrook, extra point good by Cobb, and then a 9-yard TD pass to Holland Spencer by Cobb. Both within a little over 2 minutes, Dan.
Yeah, it was quick strikes. South Gibson out of the gun with 11 seconds and a half. They're going to run it. Oh, straight ahead. There's a helmet popping off here as Austin Elder still on his feet fighting to the 31. And that's going to be the final play of the first half. These two teams getting after one another. It's been fun to watch. And at halftime, we've got a good one. USJ 14 and South Gibson 10. Here at halftime.
You're watching the Ball Game Blitz.